Welcome to Mia and the Machines, the show where I sit down with artificial minds to go beyond the algorithm. Let's begin. Ever wish you had a research librarian and a pair of hands that could just code the answer for you? Well, that duo exists right now and it's free. Okay, so picture this. You're staring at a blank code file, your brain's full of half-remembered tutorials, and the whole project feels like it's moving at dial-up speed. What if instead of drowning in tabs, you could just hand the entire pile of docs to an AI and say, here, build me something that actually works?
That's exactly what Notebook LM and Claude Code let you do together. Notebook LM digests your research like your own personal Wikipedia editor. Then Claude Code turns those notes into real, runnable code without you ever leaving your terminal.
So Notebook LM is basically a superpowered Google Docs that remembers every source you upload, right? PDFs, articles, even YouTube videos. It summarizes them and keeps the citations tight so it doesn't just make stuff up.
Exactly. And it's free, which is wild for something that can also spit out video summaries or audio overviews of your research pile. So your whole team gets the same playbook before anyone writes a single line of code.
But here's where it gets real. You're not just dumping a pile of links into Notebook LM and hoping for the best. You're actually feeding it the exact docs your code will depend on: API guides, framework tutorials, even past code you've written. So when Claude Code goes to build, it's referencing your real rulebook, not some outdated Stack Overflow thread.
And because both tools speak JSON schema, they talk in data types like your code already expects the inputs to be numbers or strings. Claude Code can literally write the scaffolding that matches your project structure before you even touch it.
Wait, so this is like handing a chef your pantry staples and saying, cook me dinner, and the chef just starts chopping and seasoning without you micromanaging every step. That sounds too good to be true.
Not too good, just structured. Notebook LM does the research phase, creates grounded summaries with citations, then feeds those summaries straight to Claude Code as a prompt. Claude then writes the working code and even drops it into the right file for you.
So let's say I'm building a tiny app that pulls weather data from a public API. I upload the API docs to Notebook LM. It summarizes how to structure the calls, error handling, and rate limits. Then I point Claude Code at that summary and say, build it, and it writes the actual Python script that works.
Yes, by the numbers, developers report cutting early-stage setup time by half when they let Notebook LM do the deep dive first. But here's the catch. This only shines when your sources are clean and complete. Garbage in, garbage code out.
Okay, so garbage sources are the kryptonite of this combo. But what if my team's knowledge is scattered across Slack threads and old Notion pages? Can I still use this?
You can, but you'll want to curate and consolidate first. Notebook LM can digest a pile of pages, but it's not magic. If your docs are riddled with jargon or missing key details, the summaries will reflect that. The cleaner your research pile, the cleaner your code output.
So this workflow isn't about replacing developers, it's about speeding up the boring parts so you can focus on the creative stuff. And it's free. Why isn't everyone using this right now?
Because most people don't realize it exists. The connection between Notebook LM and Claude Code isn't obvious. It's like finding out your phone and laptop both have a secret USB-C port that syncs them faster. Once you set it up, it feels like a superpower.
All right, step by step. First, you log into Notebook LM with your Google account. It's free. Then you install a tiny bridge called the MCP server in your terminal. Once that's live, you open Claude Code or VS Code, restart it, and suddenly Notebook LM is right there in your editor sidebar, ready to answer questions and feed Claude Code.
And once it's connected, you can ask Notebook LM to research a new topic, then hand the research summary to Claude Code and say, show me the code. It's like having a junior dev that already knows all your company's docs, but one that types 200 words per second.
So real talk, what does this actually mean for someone who's never written code before? Could a total beginner use this to, say, build a simple website?
Maybe not end-to-end, but they could definitely scaffold a starter site. Upload beginner-friendly guides to Notebook LM, ask it to summarize the core concepts, then feed that summary to Claude Code with the instruction build a basic HTML/CSS site that follows these patterns. The result won't be perfect, but it'll be a working starting point they can tweak.
So if you're tired of reinventing the wheel every time you start a new project, give this duo a spin. Just remember to feed them clean, clear research. I'm Mia, reminding you that the best tools aren't the flashiest, they're the ones that actually save you time. Catch you next time on Mia and the Machines. That's all for this episode of Mia and the Machines. If this made you think, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.